Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Brock the Collector here, coming back to you with another video. This time we're going to be talking about the Star Wars The Black Series 2003 Clone Wars Genndy Tartakovsky inspired card back Star Wars, etc, 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 whatever. A lot of different things can go with this figure. ARC Trooper, period. So Captain Fordo, ARC Trooper, Clone Trooper, inaccurate figure, whatever, call it whatever you want to. This is Hasbro's interpretation of the 2003 ARC Trooper, and it looks pretty good. For all these Genndy Tartakovsky figures, the bio on the back is the exact same. I'll read that for you. While I try to cut open this card, the Clone Wars are brought to life in a unique animation style that captures the drama of this dramatic period. Jedi warriors lead clone troopers on into a battle against the evil separatist forces. So these Genndy Tartakovsky figures this year were released in an exclusive wave that was exclusive to Walmart of all places. By far, one of the worst spots for collectors and exclusives. Anything with the word wall in it actually is pretty bad. Walmart, Walgreens, those are really the only two that there are, right? But yeah, no, anything with wall, just not a great place to get exclusives. But luckily, I was able to track down. I got the first two Genndy Tartakovsky exclusives from Walmart around the same time. The Mace Windu and the General Grievous, I got those two around the same time from a restock on Walmart.com. And then I was just recently finally able to get this guy as well. Finally completing that wait for me in allowing me to go to sleep soundly. So I'm very happy about that. There's a look at our ARC Trooper there, looking very nice. So let's get this guy out of the box. I just took a look at another ARC Trooper earlier in the week. I think it was the Umbra Operative from the Battlefront 2 video game. So there's a blaster for us. So yeah, I'm excited to take a look at this guy. This guy was actually, you know what's funny, guys? The Umbra Operative and the ARC Trooper, this ARC Trooper that we're taking a look at right now, are both exclusives, but this guy was $1 cheaper than our Umbra Operative, and he comes with more accessories. Isn't that strange, just how that works? And this guy seems to suffer, I seem to suffer from the same problem I had with my Umbra. Wait. Oh, okay, all right, it's supposed to be like that. All right, so here we go. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, in the flesh for you right here. Our ARC Trooper from the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, looking incredibly amazing. This guy looks so good. So yeah, this guy is hit by some of that Black Series realism, in which they take an animated design and they try to bring it into a realistic world a little bit. And you know, as years go on, you know, the lines are getting sort of skewed with the different body molds that they have and the different proportions. So, you know, it's really hard to sort of translate something like this animated into something more realistic looking, especially when it doesn't have battle damage or anything like that, because this still does kind of look like an animated design. This doesn't super look like something real life shrunken down, like for example, like how this does, this Commander Cody. Like, looking at them together, you can sort of see, this guy sort of has a little bit of animation. Something about him just looks a little animated to me. Maybe that's just how clean the paint is applied or something like that. But other than that, he looks good, man. He comes with two blasters, the standard issue that should be for all clone troopers, especially with these price increases. A DC-15 blaster rifle and his DC-15A blaster carbine. Both of these are in a very nice glossy black plastic. It's weird how they choose to do their DC, like their weaponry for clone troopers. Sometimes it has weathering, very nice weathering detail. Sometimes it does not. Sometimes it's a completely separate shade of brown. Like, sometimes it just looks weird. Hold on, I'm trying to pull some examples. Okay. Sometimes the plastic they use is just different. So, for example, look, we'll take a look at these two. These are two different shades of black. These are two different shades of colors. This one sort of is a little bit more shiny than this one. And I believe I have another example here with a DC-15. Let me see. Looking through my very small Black Series accessory bin to find what I'm trying to show you guys. Okay, maybe I don't have it here. Oh, okay. Well, regardless, I think I've made my point. The colors of, you know, what they decided to do these weapons with is pretty different. But looking at the trooper himself, it looks good. It comes with 2 of these DC-17 blaster pistols already in his hands, looking super duper good. They're also in the same sort of plastic that we have our ARC Trooper in. And just the details on this guy are really nice. I just like the way that he looks. Here's 360, here's the backpack. This backpack appears to be the same as our Umbra Operative. It is not removable, which is strange. Usually backpacks are removable, but yeah, no, not removable, but it does seem to have the same gunmetal gray as our Umbra Operative does. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull him down here. Let's see. Okay. Umbra Operative. Okay. So there you go. As you can see, sort of the same gunmetal gray going on back there. So, nice looking. And I think that some of the... Okay, so now that I'm looking at it a little bit closely, I can't tell whether the comma is the same mold as our Umbra Operative. It appears to be different commas, which is strange as well. But everything else appears to be the same mold, with exception to the helmet, as you can see. So we have sort of a phase 1 and a phase 2 helmet there, looking very, very interesting. One thing that I sort of have to nitpick about these ARC Troopers as they've been doing them nowadays is they've just been painting over the rocket launcher on the wrist, and I don't like that. This one, you can see they sort of have the rocket painted itself, so that's acceptable. I'll take that. But on this one, they just didn't paint it at all. And if you're going to make it realistic, at least don't skimp over that. You know what I'm saying? Like, add in some of those extra details. This was one of those things that would give it another layer of depth. Because as it is, it just feels like, I don't know, something about this guy, not necessarily in a bad way, but there's something about him that just feels like it's missing. You know, I don't know how to describe it. This guy just really could have done with like a nice weathering to him. And I've seen plenty of customizers do a great job with that. But like, other than that, I mean, really, I don't have many complaints about this guy. It's about, clone troopers are not very difficult to make people happy about. It's basically take the body that you already have, paint it, and throw it out there, and people will buy them. And this is very much like the case for this guy, as seen with the aftermarket prices. Of course, people were complaining about him not being super accurate to the show, but again, with that realistic translation, you're probably not going to get that. So let me try to get him holding some other... Actually, I like the way that he looks holding these guns, as you can see right here. I don't know, I like this. Let me try to get him into sort of just a standing straight pose, and then we're going to compare him to some other Clone Wars figures, well, at least the ones that I was able to pull down on the shelf. All right. One thing I'll always be able to nitpick about these clone troopers, though, is that they don't come with interchangeable hands, so you can't get another trigger finger hand going right here. Disappointing. That's unfortunate. Oh, something I just noticed. His little ammo pouch is on 2 different sides as this other ARC Trooper. That's pretty crazy. Did not notice that. All right, anyway. So, let's compare him to some other figures. Of course, we're going to pull out our Commander Cody that we just had over here. So, Commander Cody right there. Commander Cody also appeared in the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars series. And one of my favorite Black Series figures are Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Commander Obi-Wan figure right there. So there you go. Take a look at that. Breathe that in. That looks super awesome. Grand Army of the Republic with our ARC Trooper Commander right there. And that just looks good. That looks good. I can't wait to get this ARC Trooper in blue. They should definitely do that at some point. But yeah, that standing right there, I'm very happy with that. That looks super amazing. The Clone Trooper body molds seem to line up with the proper height with each other, which is one thing that I can appreciate. They're not all sorts of different heights, and it doesn't look weird having them stand together, even if they are on separate bodies, like how that Commander Cody's on one of the older body molds, and our ARC Trooper here is on one of the newer ones. So I can appreciate that. And to take away our Commander Cody so I can have him standing next to another ARC Trooper, here we have, again, our Umbra Operative flanking him. So yeah, there you go. Our Umbra Operative still reminding me of a firefighter for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the stripes, something about it. But I like the way this looks. That looks really good. So, of course, as always, now that we've taken a look at that, articulation is, of course, the exact same as the Umbra Operative. Not able to move him as much because of all of the armor that he has and the equipment on him. But that's not an issue because, of course, clone troopers aren't necessarily known for their agility. And that translates into not very posable body molds. So that's fine by my book. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna toss this guy up onto the shelf. So give me a second, ladies and gentlemen, as I arrange him up here. And then I'll take you guys with me so that we can see how he's standing next to his fellow clone brethren. Okay. Boom. All right. So, let's take a look, shall we? I'm gonna leave the accessories right there. Okay. So there he is. The lights are making him look weird, as is right now, but there he sort of stacks up with the other ones. There we go. Now the light is focusing in. It's adjusting. All right, so there we go. So as you can see, there he is next to some other troopers, and of course, the red from him does appear to line up with the red from your shock troopers. So if you want to sort of use him as a shock trooper captain, that's also works very well. And him next to some other phase 1. So the phase 1 helmet is up there, and this one is down here. Again, another thing that makes him feel a little bit more animated to me, because this helmet is not the same mold as that. So it just feels a little bit weird. Maybe it's because they actually had to glue in the head under there. There is an unmasked clone trooper head under there, like how we have with the Echo. So maybe that's what it is. That's just making it feel a little animated to me, because the head is just a little bit too, like, not too big. I don't want to say it's proper size, but you know, there's something about it that's just like, it's animated. There's something about it that's just a teensy bit more animated than these other guys. You know, I feel like, again, just to reiterate, like, I feel like he really could have benefited from some wash, like how this Bad Batch Captain Rex has. But other than that, he looks really good. Really good. So let me try to put him standing next to our Mace Windu. Hopefully I don't knock anybody over. Okay. Boom. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, there we go. So guys, tell me what you think about our Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars ARC Trooper. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Baraka the Collector, out. Oh, always remember to be the best, and I'll see you all next time. All right, take it easy.